Hi, I'm Nid, wellnesspreneur and business consultant to other wellnesspreneurs, and I wanted to touch on a topic around brand and trademarks. So a friend of mine had been asking me to explain the difference because she started talking about her brand and then said it was copyright, and I was like, no, that's not true, you got it confused. And so then we had to break it all down and have that conversation. So I thought maybe that would be useful for some of you to have a little think about. So most of us are really aware brands. We all love to shop and brands are a really obvious thing. So you understand that the brand is how you have a relationship with a business or maybe a product or a service, and what it denotes as its quality and what it represents in its goods or services. And a brand is that look and feel, as well as maybe the logo of something that we really love. And often when we launch into our own businesses, the first thing we might feel into is what our brand is going to be. And that can be really hard when you work for yourself, because often it's like, do I use my name or not? And that's all really understandable as part of our process of understanding how do we want to be putting ourselves forwards as a business in front of other people. The first thing is just to really know what it is that you want to stand for. What are your values? What's your mission? And how is it that what you're going to call yourself and what your look and feel is going to represent that? And in creating your brand, you might ask a designer to help you with getting your logo finalized. And your designer is going to do some really beautiful artwork for you, hopefully, whether that's a digital graphic or something more illustrative. And hopefully they'll also give you a recommendation of some fonts that you should use, of a color scheme that's going to really support that brand, and maybe some other guidelines around how to use it. Now, that's all your brand. But what your designer is utilizing in their skills is copyright to create it, because they're creating an original piece of illustration or artwork. And that look and feel that goes with that is all part of that creative copyrightable work. However, that doesn't actually mean that your brand and your logo is part of copyright. It actually falls under trademarks. And trademarks are because it's how we trade in commerce. They are a mark that identifies what your goods or services are to other people so that they know the reputation and quality of what they're going to get with that mark. So trademarks are often associated with a specific good or services, and you could have different trademarks in different services that are owned and look completely different because the services and the goods are so different that there's no way in which it could be confusing to the consumer. And this is the key thing around trademarks, is that they are there to protect the consumer, not just the brand, from any confusion in the marketplace of things being sold. So it's the way in which we're trying to restrict other people's activity so that they can't confuse consumers into buying something that's of a different quality and made by a different person, and therefore isn't what they expected when they purchased. So trademark can be unregistered or registered. An unregistered trademark is where you see the little TM sign. And that just means that someone is trying to claim and be clear that they are making a trademark, or that this is something that they want to have as their symbol for you to know. So this is their mark of their services. And a TM sign means that it's unregistered, so it hasn't been taken to the authorities and gone through a process. Unregistered trademarks are geographically restricted to where there is trade generally going on, so where they're marketing and selling those services. So if you are a local teacher, you're probably going to be putting your flyers in local cafes and places and halls and putting up posters, and that's kind of your geography of where you might find that your unregistered trademark has effect. That means that it's geographically restricted, and this is something common in all intellectual property rights, whether it's copyright, trademarks or patents. It's geographically restricted to where the activity is generally occurring or where it's been registered. So with trademarks, it's where you are marketing and selling your goods and services. With unregistered trademarks, the disadvantage of them is that if somebody were to take your mark and start doing things with it or using it in a way to sell their own competitive services or products, then when you go to court, you've got the cost to prove that you have a reputation in your mark before them in the same geographical area. And that's quite costly once you get to court to have to prove that kind of thing. If you've registered your trademark, there is a presumption by the court that you have the prior right to be using your mark in that way, and therefore it saves you that cost at court, and all of the onus of proof is put on the person who you claim is infringing your trademark. However, to register a trademark, which is the little R symbol, and it is an offence, a legal offence to use an R sign if you've not registered your trademark, then you want to be paying for that at your local government authority, and you go through a process in which to register your trademark for the goods or services that you are wishing to provide to the public. And there will be various levels of documentation that you have to provide in doing that in order for your trademark to be registered with the authorities. Now again, that registration is still going to be geographically limited, but it's more likely to your country rather than just to your local town or county perhaps. And that is an advantage to you. Also, having that R in a circle is something you want to be putting next to all of your branding once you've registered that trademark to make it clear that it is an offence and it will be considered a pre-existing right that you have for your trademark. So that's the difference between the registered or the unregistered marks. There's a few other things, but those are kind of the key aspects. Your marks are that branding, that logo. You may be able to get marks in other things. There are marks for things like smells and sounds, but mostly you'll probably be looking at that key area, which is your logo, and potentially a tagline. And taglines can sometimes be registered as a trademark depending on how short they are, but they also could be subject to copyright protection. Now the key here with copyright and to why it's different from your brand and your trademark, whether that's registered or an unregistered trademark, is that the copyright is a right that is automatically created once you fix your idea into an original expression. Wasn't that a load of wording? So we all have amazing ideas and we are all creative beings, but it's actually to do with our original expression as to how it is then fixed or captured, whether that's a video or a photo or text or an illustration. And that is when you then get copyright protection. And copyright is automatic once you've created it. You don't need to put a C in a circle. You don't need to register it in order to get copyright protection of what you've created. It's helpful to use the C in the circle to show that you're asserting your right, and to put the year, and also to put maybe your name so that it's easy for someone to contact you should they wish to use whatever it is that you create. However, registering copyright isn't required. In some countries, they ask you to register your copyright in order for you to claim more money if someone were to infringe your copyright. So it's a way in which you are limited to the amount of money you can get for a potential infringement in a court case if you haven't registered your copyright. And a place like that is the US, where it's useful to have registered for you to get that extra amount of money if someone were to infringe your copyright, which hopefully they won't. There is a copyright in the designer having created that logo for you. So when you are asking a designer to create your logo, you want to ask them if they can assign their rights in that logo over to you rather than you just taking it, because that means that you've purchased it fully and you own all the rights in your logo, which will help you with then registering it as a trademark to know that you've cleared all pre-existing intellectual property rights that there could be within the logo and the branding before you register it as a trademark. And that just stops any designer potentially claiming that they didn't give you all the exclusive rights to make use of the designs that they made for you. You want to be getting that in writing from your designer that they have designed it and are giving you all the rights, and they may ask that they can keep the logo as an example of their work for future clients. Registering your trademark is really useful if you're looking for global expansion and moving into new markets, but you will be needing to apply for a trademark in each country in which you wish to move into, and that will come with its own cost and its own process. So bear that in mind when you decide to expand your business and how you want to manage your brand and your trademark as you grow. This is completely separate from hashtags and handles and domain names, which are not governed in the same way as trademarks, but it can sometimes help you with the businesses that run those media platforms with having the right of a trademark to show that you should have the right to that domain name should you get into a dispute around domain names or handles or hashtags. I hope that that's helped you with a little bit more understanding around trademarks and copyright. Let me know any more questions, and I'd be happy to see if you want me to dig any further into any of the aspects of trademarks. Take care and keep shining your light.